இந்த வீடியோவை வழங்குபவர் AS23. டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன்ல இருக்கிற லிங்கை கிளிக் பண்ணி 25 லட்சம் ரூபாய் வரைக்கும் வின் பண்றதுக்கான வாய்ப்பு பெறுங்க.
Hello. Hi. At last we did this. Yes. How cute you're looking with your headband and all. I know. All for you. Yeah, all for you. I like buttoned up my shirt and like been all proper. How are you, my love? Very formal. We're just trying to kind of feel normal, like how we normally feel at work, getting ready, part of our day. Okay, Tammy, thank you so much for joining us. First of all, tell us all how have you been? I know how you've been, but how have you been? Very chill, yeah. I'm really resting it out, relaxing, doing things that really mean something to me. Watching a lot of content online. Yeah, I'm cooking a lot. Like I'm seeing your posts, so I know you're cooking as well. But, yes. I mean, I didn't really know that I would enjoy this much. Like, I mean, I knew that I'm a foodie, so I like to eat, but I didn't know I like to cook so much. But I could see you liking it because it's like it's creative and it's meticulous, which both things you love. So I think it's not a surprise that you like it. No, but actually, I find it a very instinctive process, which I'm quite surprised about, although there is a lot of measurement involved. But then again, sure that when they say 1 cup of something, it could also mean the cup size in your house is different than what is in their house. So my cup is always extra large. I'm like, oh, maybe not that cup. I said my cup is always really large, and I'm like, maybe not my cup. Yeah, so I mean, how do you like judge? So I think I discovered how to kind of maneuver things in the kitchen. I didn't know where anything was kept in the kitchen, but now I know. Yeah, so that's great. That's amazing. So I wanted to start you, because you cook so well and you cook such great food and you cook such healthy options, and that's something that was a huge revelation to me also when I kind of spend time with you. I know you're someone who is, such a home bird, someone who really like, because it's a lot of work. Like, Tammy, that's supposed to be a secret. I'm supposed to be a badass outside, and you're like, "बहुत अच्छी है, घरेलू लड़की है." For the number of times you called me a good girl, I think you're the OG good girl. Just like in a slightly like, in just like grungy clothes. See that you now enjoy talking about fitness and food and especially diet and what you're eating. So do you want to tell us a little bit more about your journey through finding this place with health and food? Like any other actor, I feel like there have been moments where I would have, felt the pressure or felt like that moment where I need to really make sure that I'm looking the part that I need to look. But I never in my career opted for any extreme measure. And that was more than a time, but it was more out of just basic functionality. I could not function on little food, or I couldn't function I was put in an extreme situation. So growing up, I was a really weak kid. So I had to really build up my stamina, my immunity, everything, because I was fall sick really often. So so I took a lot of my growing up years to fitness. So I knew that if I would take like a shortcut to any of these things, which would not even be like the professional repercussions of that are different, but like it would really like ruin me as a person. Something, because it's it's time. I think sensitive. I think compassion towards your own self leads to better health. What is a quality that you had when you were 20 years old that maybe you've lost or maybe has eroded a little bit that you would love to bring back now? I think I was way more meticulous. I was obsessive. Really? Obsessive crazy. I think now I've become a little bit like, I won't say complacent, but I've become a lot more chilled out, which works in many things. But then I feel like chilled out, Tamannaah. I was a stickler. I think I would obsess over 5 minutes late means I would drive myself crazy and everyone else crazy. That sometimes works. Like in a very professional environment, I think that is a key ingredient in doing well and being successful in life. I think being disciplined or being, meticulous. Being in the industry for 10 years and you've been here longer. And I think it's a combination of like patience and courage, because like
the industry erodes your personality sometimes to a level where you have to be patient and you have to be not flustered by waiting, not flustered by other people's judgments. But over time and being here long enough, it has also given me a sense of courage, saying, no, now after having done everything you all wanted me to, I can be courageous enough to be myself. What are the two things that you have learned being in the entertainment?
The fact that there is an mold that people want you to be in, but at the same time, the only way you can be successful in the entertainment business is by being you. So there will always be this battle between the mold and that place where you are you, and you can, and I think so it's very important that as an actor or as a creative person in the entertainment business, should experience, and I'm guessing if you're there long enough, you will experience that uh, you know two-sided thing in another would be, I think, dream big. Like that's something I tell a lot of people, like do not think that this is not something that will happen. I think
Don't limit
it's
yourself.
to think big and to imagine big and to to dream, to kind of uh, restriction in your head.
And just outside of you and me, I know that you have a very, very close group of female friends. What is it, and what does this support system mean to you? Because you're someone who works very, very, very hard. Not that the rest of us don't work hard, but there's something about the way you work that makes me feel like, you are the German model car and I'm really not. So,
That's rubbish, Ruth. So anything.
but what does this collection of women in your life mean to you?
To be honest, if you ask me, I think you work way more hard than I do, because for me, a large part of my life is taken care of by. I mean, I don't know what it is with me, but I have a lot of people babying me, including you.
Yeah, I guess
One of the
yeah, you do have like
and
a
I have that vibe that whenever anyone looks at me, they just want to baby me, and to be honest, I am not complaining about it. So so I very strategically find these friends who will just love me to bits and just take care of me and love me and spoil me, and it all kind of works out in my favor.
well, that's lovely. And these group of women, what do they bring to your life? Do they bring a safe space where you can be honest with them without judgment and you can leave your work behind, or can you discuss your work with them?
Well, whoever I'm really close to, it's because I really like those people as the people they are. Like what they do for a living or what I do for a living is often kind of forgotten in the process whenever we interact with each other.
Yeah, which
And
is
it's
lovely.
always about just spending time. Like I think that is something. I don't really need to be in a very beautiful location or beautiful place. Maybe that's the reason I'm so peaceful at home. That I don't feel I don't feel like I'm missing out too much, because I'm happy with the people I'm surrounded with.
So I wanted to ask you, like, something I've noticed about you before we became friends is you seem someone to be someone who is quite positive, in control, and quite stable in all your reactions. And with quarantine is the first time where I've actually seen you be like, it's good for me. And you've been more expressive about what this time means to you. And we were doing another interview and you said something really nice where you said people had forgotten how to daydream, and that you had on a summer vacation when you were lying down just like with hours to spend with no agenda, realized that, oh, I may want to be an actor. I may want, I like cinema and entertainment. This is what I might want to do. Are there any revelations that have come to you now in another phase of your life with this quiet time that you've had?
That's the thing with times like these. It's you can't pressurize yourself again, it's the kind of pressure that we put on ourselves, right? Hey, this should be productive. Hey, I have so much free time, let's make sure it means something. And I feel like the more we are trying so hard to make it productive, I think the lesser possibility of it being productive it is. So I mean, although this is a realization I have that this free time could yield this, but I don't think I'm pushing too hard towards it. I might not, nothing might get revealed in this process. I might still just end up doing a lot of more acting that I've been doing in the movies that I do. I don't know, it might yield into something else, but I'm not putting that pressure on myself because I think that's essentially what we all do, and that's something that I realize is definitely a mistake. And I think after the whole, I hope after everything just settles down and becomes okay, I would really calm the shit down, lack of better words.
Right. And like, again, you know, when you're saying don't go by other standards, you see something that, you know, in quarantine, as people are like, oh, I'm just going to get fat because I'm sitting and eating, or oh, I'm going to have, like, you know, buns of steel and flaming abs by the time I'm done with this. And you're like, but something about working out, fitness, diet is something that we've always spoken about. And for those who don't know, we don't talk about this like two boring actresses. The truth is we both love food and we both struggle with being fit and being slim because there are certain expectations of us.
Also, our job is visual, right? So I
visual, exactly.
That's the reason I think more over than just like being obsessive about being thin. I think it's exactly probably if we weren't in such a visual medium, I don't think we would obsess as much.
Yes. As always, my positive, lovely Tammy, what do you have to say to everyone who's quarantined at home, who loves you and who is watching you now?
I want to say that use this time, do whatever you guys need to do. Thank you for all the love you guys have showered on me and on Shruti, like for so many years, and that means a lot to us. And I feel like I think we both essentially feel the same way. That we've been extremely fortunate with the way people have constantly like supported us and us. So I think a huge thank you to all the audiences and especially to all those hearts, and that's really really sweet out there. And thank you, Shruti, for doing this. I've been watching your lives myself, and they actually are really incredible because all the women you got on to talk had something really, really inspiring to tell.
Thank you. And you have been inspiring to me as always. Thank you for doing this today. Love you lots, and thank you for coming and speaking with me.